guys? Welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over a post titled, Relationship Defeat, Guide Me. And guys, this post is actually from over on Reddit. Now ordinarily, I don't cover Reddit anymore. I use that for the other channels. But this was sent to me, this particular story and post. And reading it, I really thought it'd be warranted to share over here. And you're going to see in a moment, so just bear with me. It's about a guy, a husband and father, who's divorced, had 2 kids from the previous marriage, good relationship with his ex, met a gal, went for marriage number 2, has a 2-year-old kid with her. And after getting married to her, really found out about who she is, and not to mention her past. And let me tell you, that past ain't pretty for multiple reasons here. But you see, not only did he attract her into his life, he also married her. And now he's so worn down, he doesn't know what to do. But here's the thing, guys, and the reason I'm doing this video. This guy mentions at some point that his childhood really is a factor here. As a child, he was a broken home. He was neglected. A lot of stepdads, which meant mom was, catch my drift, clearly no strong male role model in his life. And that carried into adulthood, thinking that he wasn't worth anything. That he was basically wired from childhood to pretty much accept a crappy life, doesn't think much of himself. So, of course, he has people in his life, like his now wife, who's garbage. He doesn't know what to do. And I thought it was so important to go over this story here, to share this, to show you what so many guys go through, and why it's so important, guys. What happened in your childhood is not your fault. It's not. But how you handle things as an adult, that is your issue, which you got to handle as a man. And so this is why I push so hard self-improvement, to truly build yourselves up so much, guys, on multiple fronts, that you feel good about yourself. And that way then you won't let people like this into your life. And if they accidentally get there, you can kick them out. Because so many guys, the main theme, the common denominator, all these stories I cover for the last 5 years on all these channels, as these guys usually are doormats. And the women have no respect for them. And why are they doormats? Why are they pushovers? Because they have no respect for themselves. For various reasons. They think they're garbage. They're worth nothing. They'll take what they can get. They'll take the table scraps that are out there, called those types of women. Or bad friends, or bad jobs, or anything, because they think they're not worth anything. But when you work on yourself, on multiple fronts, you feel better about yourself. And you're not going to allow people like that in your life. So if more guys really worked on themselves, self-improvement, even at a snail's pace, over time, he's going to be feeling a lot better, and they won't have stories like this where they're totally taken advantage of and have people in their lives. So that's why I'm doing this, guys. I mean, this is not going to be some crazy video or anything, although some of the details are kind of crazy. But I think it's one we can all learn from. And so if you're watching this and you're doing pretty well in life, but you have a buddy or a relative that's going through a hard time that sounds like this guy in varying degrees, well, he needs your help. He needs you to be there for him, because he can't do it himself. However, I will say that if somebody doesn't want your help and just allows himself to wallow in misery, well, then that's on them. But this guy is looking for help, so I'm choosing to cover it today. And by the way, this is a long intro, but I had to get this off my chest and say this before we get into this story. So definitely stay tuned. I think hopefully maybe we can help this guy out. So it starts off, says here, hey guys, this will be heavy. But I think I just need to feel heard, be seen, and validated. Maybe I could use some relationship advice because I'm very deeply messed up over it. Well, sir, you've come to the right place, even though initially you may not think that. After years of reading Reddit and Quora posts, going to therapy, this is my first ever Reddit post, so be easy. I've cried, felt lonely, shameful, like a failure, wanting to off myself, and defeated. Here we go. I'm 34 years old, a father of 3, and I'm diagnosed with ADHD as of 3 months ago. And have my own unhealthy relationship traits with traumas and attachment wounds that I'm aware of and working on, such as insecurities, abandonment issues, and hypersensitivity. Like I said, guys, and we're going to get more into this, he's got his problems. And a lot of it coming from childhood that wasn't his fault. And these things carried into adulthood could cause him and guys like you, and many guys out there, to be involved with the wrong people because they don't think they're worth anything. I am an anxious attachment. She is avoidant. I met my now partner 6 years ago, and things move very quickly. Well, that's never a good thing. I have 2 kids who are 10 and 6 from a previous relationship, and our little guy who's almost 2 years old. We have a great relationship with my ex, and there's no conflict between my ex, us, and the kids. Well, if there's any silver lining to the story, that's good. He has a good relationship with his ex, and there's no drama with the kids and all that with her. That's good. because my God, he doesn't need any more crap on his plate. My partner now is talented, is driven, works hard, is creative, is outgoing, organized, and kind. Is a wonderful mother who accepted 2 kids from a previous marriage and treats them no differently. Well, that's great. She treats them no differently, but she treats you like crap. She ain't that great, dude. The kids actually decided to call her mommy on their own terms. She, over time, has become a better team player, contributes financially, domestically, has brought out stuff in me that I need to work on, and is open to growth and therapy together as individuals. So he's thinking I hit the jackpot. Long story short, 6 years together, I feel defeated, I'm tired, I am lonely. Wait a second here, I thought she was just so amazing, so what's going on here? About to find out. Early in our relationship, the topic of our S-word history came up. STDs, safety relationships, partners, etc. She lied about it all. Guess she wasn't such an amazing catch, huh? No STDs, always used condoms, but said she had X amount of partners. She went on a friend's wedding trip to Costa Rica 3 months into her relationship. It came out 5 years later she lied about doing a certain drug called snow for 5 days and sharing a room with a guy that she knew, but said she didn't know how to tell me at the time. But to this day, she says, nothing happened. It doesn't sit well with me. Yeah, Doing drugs for 5 days in Costa Rica, sharing a room with a guy, and nothing happened? Yeah, 3 months in the relationship. If this guy found out, maybe he would have ended it with her. But then again, maybe he wouldn't have because, he doesn't think he's worth much. After introducing her to my kids, I proposed to her 2 years later. Smack! Wrong girl, dude. Wrong time. You need a lot longer than that. I know some people are going to give me a hard time saying, well, it's different when you're married. It's different when you have kids and all that, and 2 years is okay. No, it's not. Clearly it's not. And clearly didn't do enough digging. A week after the proposal, she did tell me she lied about HSV2, but that she only ever had one outbreak, which later was also admitted to be a lie. In the years that followed, she gave her number to a guy because he wanted to meet both of us. He says, example, but more instances of broken trust occurred. So after you proposed to her, you said she told you that she lied about having HSV2 and other things. What do you think that there's other things going on here? And he married her anyway. In 2023, our son was born, unplanned. No, she planned him. You didn't plan him, she did. That's called an insurance policy. After he was born, she told me she lied further about STDs and HPV outbreak, warts, 2 years before we met. She told me she never used condoms with any partners that she has slept with, and she slept with over 50 plus people. She admitted to never telling about on one-night stands or other partners about HSV2, and this didn't sit well with me. Yeah, I can imagine. Remember you said you had a conversation about the past? Well, clearly you got a teeny tiny fraction of the truth about her past. Sir, okay. You met on your second marriage, she's a liar, she's a manipulator, she's something else we can all think of that begins with an H and ends with an E. I know you got a kid with her, but I'm glad to hear that probably your you-know-what hasn't fallen off yet, given her past, but it's time to end it. Yeah, I know you don't want to break up a family, I know you don't want another divorce, but for God's sakes, dude, we're not done yet. Countless times she's seen me cry, and she's promised me truth and transparency. Smack! Never let him see you cry. Come on, dude. There's a strong man in there somewhere. Let's see it. But I know he's messed up from his childhood shit. She's apologized, and I pulled her back and hoping for different, begging for safety. Smack! You never beg, ever beg. Act like a fucking man. Come on, dude. You need to go back in time and watch some manly movies from the 70s and 80s. Watch some Arnold movies. You ever see Arnold beg? Did he beg the Predator for forgiveness? No, he blew the fucker up. Well, the Predator blew himself up trying to get Arnold. But the point is, our childhood heroes in the movies didn't beg. Begged for safety, but admittedly didn't always provide it. She admitted to telling me she wanted to be honest, committed, and there was nothing else to tell me when she knew there was. She later admitted to gaslighting me for years, making me feel guilty for not trusting her. This is why you spend years getting to know your girl, why you must do a lot of digging into their history, all that. Nowadays, guys, you got to hire a PI. I just don't see how otherwise it makes any sense. Yeah, girls out there are watching this or stumbling upon this. We got to do it. It is what it is. More things have come out since then, and I feel so low. What? What, she's been with 200 guys? That she hooked up with one of the our former presidents? What? Why do I think it would change? I know it makes sense how I feel, so why am I still here? I'm valid for being angry, upset, resentful, depressed, distrusting, shameful, feeling less than, lonely, and have felt thoughts about offing myself multiple times in the past years. Sir, don't ever end yourself because of some bimbo. Or maybe you think about ending yourself because you feel like a big failure in life, a loser. You can always turn things around. But you now have 3 kids. At least I'm assuming your 2 oldest from your previous marriage are yours. And we can debate whether the 2-year-old is yours. I'd have a DNA test. But it's not worth ending it. There's always a way to turn things around. Usually at our lowest point, that's when people can change and turn things around. We have to hit rock bottom to make a change. Now we're getting the details about him. He says, I come from a broken home where I was neglected and I had bad things happen and had multiple stepfathers come and go. Multiple stepfathers, huh? So what does it say about his mother? I'm comfortable being treated like crap, but I am finding my value and know that how I feel and how I have to be treated is not, how I've been treated is not okay. That paragraph says it all, guys, and it's the real theme of the story here. Broken home, not his fault. Neglected, not his fault. Bad things happen, not his fault. Lots and lots of stepfathers that probably didn't pay attention to him. And by the way, that says something about his mother. And where's his real dad? This is why it's so important, guys. You got to have a strong male role model. This is why it's so important to have a stable family life growing up. And if your childhood is screwed up and you're made to feel through neglect or just being treated like crap, that you're worth nothing, you're going to go into your adulthood thinking that's just reality. And you're going to spend time with people and attract people in your life that are going to reinforce how you see yourself. And you're going to get this. Really? He should have been done with her the second she revealed some info about him after proposing. You heard that part. 1 week later, she revealed some things about her past. You know? And now all this, it's got to be over. I've held on tightly to the idea that I really wanted to provide security for my kids, something they could consistently rely upon to be a solid, fixing, and safe thing. The opposite of what I had done. Maybe I have to let that go for my own well-being with this person because I hold on to so much anger, hurt, and resentment. Brother, you need a good lawyer. You need a good friend. Someone that has your back. And so you can get rid of this piece of garbage. My anger and resentment gets in the way of me being who I want to be in a relationship. A person who can provide empathy and compassion, who listens and understands and doesn't immediately want to fix things. Dude, you sound like you've been brainwashed by your girl. Right there, what you just said. A person who can provide empathy, compassion, who listens, understands, and doesn't immediately want to fix things. Remember, women don't want men to fix their problems. They get pissed off. They vent, and then a guy naturally tries to find a solution to their problems. You guys know what I'm talking about here. And they get mad because you want to try to fix things and help them. Meanwhile, they just want to yep, with no fucking solutions. What you just said there, she brainwashed you to say all that shit, dude. I'm sure you've been very full of empathy. I'm sure you've been compassionate and understand and listened. And where's that gotten you? With her. With the wrong person. A person who forgives and lets go. You can't let go of her shit. We are toxic, don't communicate in healthy ways, and don't feel safe with one another. Well, she's felt safe with you because she's doing whatever the hell she wants. Her reasons for being deceitful is that she felt shame, avoided rejection, and she was scared because I was reactive. What a load of crap. More gaslighting. She's twisting around on you. She did all that and lied because of you. Bullshit. I'm constantly anxious, defensive, bitter, and angry, resentful, and I'm sad at what we've become. What I've become. I can't let her past go. Well, you shouldn't. I've compared myself, let it get me down. I experienced retroactive jealousy for years. Am I insecure for good reason? Bro, having issue with all this crap doesn't make you insecure. Would she tell you that too? This is what I'm talking about, his childhood here. I've crossed boundaries and read through emails, found deleted messages, conversations with exes, read through journals, found out she lied about other things, and I'm no way, shape, or form justifying what I did is okay. Bro, after everything she revealed to you after you got married, you had every right to go through her laptop and emails and texts and all that. Don't apologize for that. You had every right, and you found out more shit. Again, back to the whole I'm not worthy crap. That was not okay. I did some slimy stuff in our relationship in an attempt to feel safe that I'm not proud of. Bro, stop apologizing for that. I don't know if I want to continue this relationship that has consistently made me feel like crap because the kids love her. I don't know if I want to try to commit to forgiveness and fixing it. I feel manipulated into a relationship. Well, you've been manipulated all along. I'm confused how she can be such a great mom, seem committed to be such a painful partner. Because she's a great actress, that's why. And she knows how to rope you in through the kids. Did she have bad intentions? What do you think? Was she purposely deceitful? What do you think? Was she really not aware how much pain she'd cause me? What do you think? Yes. Am I being a baby about her past? No, you're not being a baby about her past. You have every issue, but you're being a baby. Well, you're being something by, letting her fucking manipulate and think you're the bad guy for reading through her emails. We're having issue with this. Were her lies justified? Lies are never justified. Did I create this unsafe, toxic environment? Am I an unsafe partner? Is it my fault? No, dude. Am I beating myself up? Where is my forgiveness? Where is my compassion? Why can't I not let things go? I don't know what I expect here. I don't know what I'm looking for. Am I crazy for wanting to make it work? Yes, you are. Don't you fucking dare. Am I underestimating what it will take to make it work? Is it worth it? Do I need to be alone for a bit to heal? Help me, guide me, thank you. Holy fucking shit. Like I said, I normally don't do Reddit stories, but this was sent to me, and I, on the basis maybe using another channel, but I felt use here. So guys, if you're still here, because I know this was a tough thing to listen to, but I thought it was very important. This is why it's so important that we got to work on ourselves to be the best we can be. Because when you feel like crap about yourself and think you're worth nothing, you'll settle for anything. He's still thinking about staying with her because he's been so hardwired to believe that he's garbage and not worth anything. The childhood issues, the abandonment, the being treated like crap, the neglect, all that stuff. No strong man in his life, no good role model. That is not his fault. And that's not any of your faults if maybe some of you guys can relate to what he's talking about here. But as an adult, it is your job to do what you got to do to take care of yourself. Because you know what? Now his kids might end up being kind of like him. Maybe he might have a daughter that may end up turning out like her. Or a son turning out like him. We don't want that. This guy deep down is a good guy. He's just lost. Needs help. So this is why I say to him that, sir, if you somehow happen to see this, you need to get rid of her. She's garbage, okay? Someone that lied to you about all those years deliberately wasn't because she was afraid how you react. You have a right to react. You have a right to go through her emails and explore things and do your research and recon after finding out all this information here. You have a right to protect yourself and your kids. I don't hear much of a great mom she is because she ain't a great mom. She's treating you like this. And not to mention the 2-year-old kid. And I highly question that kid is yours. Bro, you need to talk to a lawyer, find out your options. You've only been married to her for a few years. You're not going to, I assume, not going to get hit that hard with the alimony part. You'll do child support. But you've been married to her that long. You need to end this with her and move on. Regardless, she's a great mom to your kids. Your kids already have a mom. You said yourself, you and your relationship with your ex-wife from your first marriage is pretty darn good, all things considered. So they have a mom. And they can go see her part of the time. But this chick has to go. And as for your 2-year-old, that's a tough situation. And I know you don't want to feel like a failure, 2 divorces and all that. But you know what? Better than divorcing and learning something than staying in the situation. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't love you. She's fucked up. And the fact that she was gaslighting you, making you feel like it was your fault. And some of those things you read about empathy and forgiving and not trying to fix things and all that stuff. I could tell she put that in your head. And now you're literally saying her words. You need help, sir, and you need to get to a good therapist, a good one, preferably a man, who can help you dig deep as to why you allow someone like that in your life. What causes you to attract these people in your life? Because you said Again, back to the childhood stuff. Or you don't deserve to be happy. I can't remember your exact words, but something like that. Or you're used to being treated like crap. Yeah, because you're treated like crap as a kid. You probably thought it was your fault, just like you think this is your fault here. And here you are doing this in adulthood. If you want to fix yourself for yourself, fix yourself for your kids, because they need their dad. And you said you considered ending your life at some point. You can't do that, sir. Someone that thinks that needs help. And get a good therapist. It is worth the money. Even if you don't have the money, find a way. There's got to be someone that cares. A family member, a good friend, somebody. But you need to get yourself out of this situation. You need to find reserves of strength deep down that you never knew you had and pull them out and do it for you, do it for your kids and all that. And then I would absolutely avoid relationships for a very long time until you can really work on yourself. Build yourself up to be the best you can be on multiple fronts. Get some exercise. Join a gym. You'll immediately feel better. Start doing things that make you happy, because you obviously sound like a pleaser, the type of guy who does everything and sacrifices everything for other people. I'm speculating there, but that's probably right. A white knight, as we call them. But your current wife, she's garbage. 50 plus dudes that she didn't mention to you, having those diseases, all that stuff. That's horrible. She knew who you were when she met you. She knew that she could rope you in, and then once she had you and told you these things that you still stay, she knew who you were. And there are vampires out there that are bloodsuckers and prey off guys just like you. But it's not your fault. But it is your fault if you can continue to stay with her, knowing all these things. Your kids will be okay. Your 2-year-old son will be okay because he's so young. But if you stay with her, at this point, Sarah, you got no one to blame but yourself. Really. And it's only a matter of time if something really bad happens. Do you want to lose it finally and end your life? And then your 2 oldest, and now your 2-year-old doesn't have a father? No, they need you. So if you're not going to be strong for you, do it for them. And I'm sure every day you don't want to get out of bed, and the only peace you have is going to bed at night so you can go to a different realm where you're not dealing with reality. But you're going to wake up every day, and you got to go to work. You got to take care of your kids. So make today the first day of the rest of your life, as the saying is. And do what you got to do. And I know you have it in you. I've been doing this for coming close to 5 years now. I'm 47. I've gone through tough times, plenty of tough times. I suffer from depression, runs in my family. I know what it's like. And it can be dealt with. It can be meant to be overcome or live with that in you. But you have it in you, just like so many guys do. So I don't want you to let this destroy you. So, bro, please, I hope, even if you don't see this, I hope the right people on Reddit give you good advice. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So, guys, there you go. That's why I did this video. So for all you guys out there that maybe this kind of sounds familiar, what you're going through, you too, gentlemen, have the power to make a change, to make your life better. But that means going out of your comfort zone. That means accepting things aren't working and understand we mess up in life. We have failures. But it doesn't mean you got to stay a failure forever. Find out where you're going wrong, make some changes. But if you're unwilling to make changes and stay in this shit situation and just feel bad about it, then you got no one to complain to. But you all have it in you, each and every one of you. Or guys, if you're watching this and this sounds like a good friend of yours or a brother of yours, lend a helping hand. Let them know you're there. Help them out. Because us guys, we need that. This is what so many guys in varying degrees are going through in this world, and we got to do something about it. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.